Hello, everyone. This is Shaman Durek. I'm super happy to be here with you. Yay! And such a beautiful, beautiful time that we're having on this amazing planet Earth that we get to be upon with so many powerful leaders in the world. It's such a wonderful thing. Truly is. And I'm very happy. And also, we have an amazing update. We have an amazing webinar coming up, which is really powerful. And it's all about your intuition. Intuition highway is what we're calling it. And playing games and connecting with your intuition is very powerful. Am I ready to get married? Am I ready to get married? Oh, that's a question. I will be once everything is ready to go. I'm excited to get married to the most amazing woman in the world that I love with every soul of my being. But putting the wedding together, that's a whole nother question. Yes, it is. Oh my God, I've been wishing. What does it say? I've been wishing. I have to scroll back that down. Oh my God, I have been wishing for your wisdom. Oh my God. I'm losing it. Oh, Morris. Both of you are so incredible. Thank you. I'm going to have to let Martha know about that. I'm happy to hear about that about you from Hungary. Oh, I love you. Sending you love too. Thank you. Hello from Kazakhstan. Love you, darling. You're such a blessing to humanity. Thank you. I miss you, brother. Oh, love you, sweetheart. How do you know if you're in the right path in life? You know you're on the right path in life when people criticizing you or judging you, or people are questioning your sanity for what you're choosing to do. That's how you know you're on the right path in life. You know you're on the right path in life when you get people going like, "Are you crazy? What are you thinking? What are you doing? You sound crazy." Right? Because it's always for me, I always know that God puts me on the right path when I get a lot of people like getting upset with me, because we're here to bring God's love to planet Earth, right? Through whatever modality we choose to bring it through, in the expression of art, creativity, engineering, you name it, whatever it may be, right? And so anytime you do anything that is about honoring your truth and your authenticity and being in alignment with spirit, which means that you are not compromising yourself to be loved by anyone or liked by anyone, because you know who you are and what makes you happy. But if you're living your life doing things that you don't like to do, but you're doing it because you feel like you have to meet someone's expectation or you have to make money, then you're not in the right path in life. You're not living your truth. You're not being authentic. You're not operating in what we call spiritual awareness of yourself. Because I would never do anything that I don't want to do. I would never let anyone push me into it or manipulate me into it or anything on any level. Everything I do with being fully aware and conscious that makes me feel happy. If I don't feel happy and I don't feel elated and I don't feel bliss and I don't feel excitement and I don't feel curiosity and I don't feel passion and any of those things, I'm not going to do it. What if you need to make money though? Well, you make money doing things that you love to do. Why would you make money doing something that you don't love to do? That just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Why would you do anything that wouldn't be what you want to do and make money at it? First of all, the biggest reason why people have issues is because they don't trust God. That's first off. So let's just get straight to the core. If you are a person who vacillates with your mind, like, am I going to run out of money? Am I going to have enough? Am I going to be able to have a good life? Then that means you don't trust God. You don't trust the angels. You don't trust your guides. You don't trust your ancestors. Because why would you even ask such a very, I'm just going to call it out, stupid question? It's a stupid question. Yes, I'm going to say it like that. It's a stupid question, because why would you ask such a stupid question if you don't trust then you need to learn how to build your trust. So meet with a shaman or someone who can help you to define your trust in God, or why you lost your trust in God. And a lot of people lose their trust in God because they feel disappointed because they had all these expectations and they didn't get met. And so they think God's responsible for that. And it's not. It's not true. And we can't keep blaming God and blaming spirit and then shutting ourselves off from the divinity of good life that we're allowed to have. Do you love Martha? That's a weird question. Do you think I would put up with all the craziness if I didn't love Martha? I love Martha more than I can't even use a word like love. There's a word that we say in Hebrew. In Hebrew. I'll give it to you in Hebrew. We say kapara alecha, kapara alecha. If you know Hebrew, you'll understand what I mean. It's more than love. It's like love beyond death. I think it's obvious that he loves her. Yeah. I mean, come on. What guy would allow the press to rip his life apart and lie about him and say all these horrible things and try to assassinate my character every chance they get? What person would put up with that type of nonsense if it wasn't for love? Like, I have no time for that nonsense. I'm about loving this world. I'm about honoring this planet and honoring the people by holding space for their intelligence, for their divine wisdom that lives inside of you. And people who know me, who know who I am, I don't have to prove anything to. And if people don't, and they want to believe that I'm this dark, evil, sinister person, and that's what they want to believe, and they want to believe the lies that the press says about me, then go ahead and believe it. I don't really care. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what anyone thinks about me. Um, what I think about is my relationship with God. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. I don't care what this person says and what this person says and what that person says, because everybody's entitled to believe whatever they want to believe. People can go live in fantasy world as far as I'm concerned. It has nothing to do with me. The only thing that has to do with me is how I think about myself and how my relationship with God. That's it. And because I know my relationship with God is pure, I know my relationship with God is pure love, devotion, and my relationship with humanity is to be kind and to be loving and to be generous. And I know that about myself. I've never been a person who lives in a transactional way with God or with people. So yeah. Like, I don't go to my friends. I don't take friends out to dinner and then expect my friend to take me out to dinner. I take you out to dinner because I want to take you out to dinner. You know, my friends, all my friends who are close and tight knit friends with me know that I am the most generous, loving person, and there's no strings attached. No strings attached. I don't put strings on people. I don't be like, oh, you owe me. Or if you don't love me the way I love you, I'm going to cut my love off from you. And then you didn't love me. You didn't love the person to begin with. Then you just straight up fake. You just fake. What my buddies in Norway, we call it faff. You just faff, baby. You just faff. You know what faff stands for? Fake as fuck. That's what it stands for. Fake as fuck. Because if you give love to someone, like today I had this person write me on Instagram telling me, that I'm crazy and that I'm ashamed to Martha's family and all this kind of craziness, right? And that Martha should choose someone else and whatnot. And that's okay for them to feel that way. That's okay. But it's not okay for me to act the same way that they act, to say mean things just because they said mean things to me. That's not okay for me. So anytime darkness rears its head at me, I have another opportunity to demonstrate love. So what I said to the person was very clearly, which is, you're entitled to believe all those things, and I'll pray and hope that you'll be able to see the truth of who I am and look through the press and the lies that they tell about me. However, I love you. And I really hope one day that you can have enough love in your heart to love people outside instead of judging them. You know, do you want living in Norway? I'll be living in Norway soon. Yes, I will. Of course, I got to be there for my bonus kids. Like just got the phone with my bonus daughter who misses me, who wants me to come home. I miss my daughter. I miss Martha. I miss the family. Of course I'm going to live in Norway. This is happening to me the other day, and I was polite and said, "Have a lovely evening." Exactly, girl healer. Exactly. When people, you know what? God gives us so many opportunities to demonstrate love. It's like every time someone talks bad about you or says something mean to you, or people are talking bad about you, or press is writing horrible things about you, you just let them do what they want to do, because everything that they're doing is going to come back to them, because that's their energy. But if you get affected by it, it's not the person who's hurting you. A lot of times people go, "Oh, that person hurt me. How could they treat me so bad? I was such a good person." It's not the person who hurts you. It's you who hurts you by taking it in and making it about you. Why are you making it about you? Why? Why are you making it about you? There's no reason to make it about you. Why? Oh, I love to from Norway to both you and Martha. Oh, I love you, darling. Did you receive intense universal signs to follow your path, and have you felt resistance to the guidance you have received? Did I receive intense things? Let me answer that in the easiest form. I never looked at it as following a path. I never looked at it as a mission or a purpose of mine. I looked at it as something I love to do, something that makes me happy, and I kept doing it. And that's it. I loved, since I was a little kid, I've loved people. I was the little kid who had a butterfly pet. I had a little pet butterfly. I used to have this little butterfly house. I used to carry my butterfly with me everywhere. And every time I saw people, I would give them a hug. Every time I saw people, I would tell them I love them. Strangers on the street, like my mom used to tell me, I used to just walk up to strangers on the street and give them a hug. I was always a person of love, and I've always been that way, and I always will be that way. And people would be mean to me, and I still love them. People would call me names, and I still love them. People would call me the N word, this thing, oh, make fun of my color of my skin, and I still love them. My stepmom treated me with disrespect. I still love them. My father would be mean to me at times, and I still loved him. I've realized in life that no matter how much pain I went through, it made me dig stronger and stronger and stronger into love. And that's how I live my life. So I didn't really see it as following a path per se, how people think, oh, you have this mission or this purpose or this calling from God. I don't think a calling from God is what actually is happening. I think it's God saying, what makes you happy? Because I've already instilled that inside of you. I've already instilled your passions and your desires and the things that make you happy. You already know what makes you happy. God doesn't, I don't need a mission or a purpose to figure out why I'm on planet Earth. It's just what makes me happy. So I do what makes me happy. I like playing video games because it makes me happy. I have a sticker book because it makes me happy. I play with action figures because it makes me happy. I sing and dance because it makes me happy. I love to cook for my family and friends because it makes me happy. I love taking my friends out to dinner and spending money on them because it makes me happy. I love buying my friends clothes when I go shopping because it makes me happy. I love going and meditating because it makes me happy. I love creating things that make people feel happy because it makes me happy. I love spending time with my sister, my nieces, my family, and it makes me happy. I love praying because it makes me happy. I love going to church because it makes me happy. I love observing other people's cultures because it makes me happy. I love God because it makes me happy. I love Jesus because it makes me happy. I love Mohammed because it makes me happy. I love Buddhism because it makes me happy. I love the ocean because it makes me happy. I love nature because it makes me happy. I love reading sci-fi books because it makes me happy. I love riding horses because it makes me happy. I love skipping down the street because it makes me happy. I love waking up and drinking and eating wonderful things because it makes my body happy. I feel happy. You know, I love making videos for you guys on Instagram and TikTok because it makes me happy. I love being here with you because it makes me happy. I love doing healing because it makes me happy. So you see, I'm only going to do what makes me happy. If I do anything that doesn't make me happy, I'm going against God and I'm going against myself. And that's how I know that that's when I'm sinning. That is my sin. When people talk about religion sin, the ultimate sin is to sin against God. And how do you know you're sinning against God? You're sinning against God when you're doing something that's not making you happy. Because God loves you, God's never judged you, and God wants you to be happy. God wants you to be happy. God wants you to be wealthy. God wants you to be whatever the heck you want to be. Or should I say, whatever the heavens you want to be, right? You're here to create heaven on earth, and everyone's heaven is different. And so every heaven on earth has to be achieved, and it can only be achieved by you doing what makes you happy. You know, I do the healing temples because it makes me happy. I love talking to you because it makes me happy. If I didn't, I wouldn't do it. People look at me, come over my house. They're like, what are you doing? As I'm putting new stickers in my sticker book. They're like, why? I say, because it makes me happy. My friends come over and we play, we change our voices and we dance around the house and we do fun things. And people who are new to our group of friends, and they go, why do you guys do that? And you're like, because it makes us happy. So I think that your higher self, when people talk about your higher self or your spiritual self, or the Holy Spirit, or any of these things that people have in their whatever culture they believe in, I believe it's about that which makes you happy. Makes you happy. It doesn't make me happy to put down people. It doesn't make me happy to think bad about people or to judge people. That doesn't make me happy. So that's why I don't do it. It doesn't make me happy to put down a friend. It doesn't make me happy to gossip about someone. I don't feel happiness in my body when I do that. It's very easy to figure out what makes you happy. You can feel it. That's why I love the emotions. You can feel what is right and what is wrong. You can feel it. I can sit in a room and listen to people talking, and I can tell if these people are filled with light or filled with dark. I can feel it because I know what makes me happy, because happiness is connected to joy and elation and bliss, which is connected to God. My emotions tells me what's going on. I know when someone is not operating in the light. I know when someone is not coming from kindness. I know when someone is not being generous or treating our relationship as a transaction. Like, oh, I'll take you to dinner next time. I got you, Durek. I'm like, don't insult me. Don't insult me. That's insulting. You mean to tell me that you feel obligated to take me out to dinner or buy me something because I bought something for you or took you out to dinner? Then your relationship is transactional. Why can't you just receive and realize that everything I'm giving you is coming from God? Why can't you just receive? Why is it that you have to put a kind of a barrier on an idea of how God is going to give to you? Why can't you just receive? You know, I mean, it's very bewildering to me to see how human beings cut themselves off from resource, cut themselves off and feel like they owe people something when it's actually coming from God. God is using that vessel to get it to you. That's why we are. We are vessels for God's light, vessels for God's prosperity, vessels for God's abundance, vessels for God's healing, vessels for God's everything. There was this beautiful woman today who came in the session with me today and offered me her kidney. I mean, my God, how kind is that? She was like, I love who you are, Shaman Durek, and I appreciate all that you give to earth, and I want to offer you my kidney. So if I could do that, let's talk about it. I mean, that's a blessing. She's so kind. We are people on planet Earth. Generosity and kindness isn't difficult to do. It's easy to be angry. It's easy to get upset. It's easy to be mad at the past and all the horrible things that happened to you. That's easy. How about thanking the past? I thank the horrible things that happened to me because it's my past life that it's demonstrating to me through my childhood experiences. So if I want to know who I was in my past life, all I have to do is look at how my parents were acting. I was like, oh, I see. Wow. Mm. Okay, so I have a father who's dictating, acts like a king, who uses money to control. My stepmom is making me her personal slave. I'm being abused, so that means I obviously whipped people because I obviously got whipped. I'm looking at all the variables. And ask spirit, show me my past life. They're like, look at your parents. Look at the painful things you went in your childhood. That's why we couldn't save you, because you needed to take responsibility for the energy you created. There's no judgment and punishment from God. It's called, you created it, clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. It's not that difficult. We make it difficult because we play these games with ourselves. We call resistance games. Sometimes I'll have clients come in and they don't want to release anything. They don't want to transform. They don't want to step into abundance and prosperity. They go, I've gone to shamans, I've gone to healers, I've done this, I've done that, and nothing seems to work. No, that's because you don't want it to work, boo-boo. And so I'm going to play the opposite game with you. I'm going to say, stop all the prosperity. Don't even breathe. Don't even breathe. Don't let prosperity come in. Don't let beautiful healing energy that the spirits are sending you 24 hours a day come in. And you know what happens? All of a sudden, they start coughing and yawning and releasing the poisons. All of a sudden, money starts coming into their life. You know why? Because all I do is basically play the game, play their little game. I play the little game called resistance. You want to resist? Let's resist more. Give it everything you've got. And then what happens when they give everything they got? They burn out of the resistance, because resistance is a game you're playing with God. It's called, I want you to see, I want the world and people and my family and people to see how much I suffer because of all the things I had to go through. And God, especially you, because you didn't save me when I was a kid and I went through all that pain. Well, guess what? Who are you to decide what God is supposed to do? Did you ever ask God what God actually does, or you just decided what God should do, and when God doesn't do it, you get all your panties in a bunch or your knickers in a bunch? Why coughing and yawning? Because the poison has to come out, has to come out of your body. You see, your body is this beautiful organic system that takes in frequencies and energies and codes and all kinds of things. And when your body coughs and yawns, all that stuff, or when you purge, like when people do ayahuasca ceremonies, and why when people do spirit ceremonies with me, why they start coughing and throwing up in buckets and stuff, that's because their body's purging out all the toxins, all the metals, all the things that it's had to hold on to keep these lies perpetuating. No pity party with God. That's right, baby. I love you. Mwah. Just love the way you think. Ooh, you turn me on. And when I say turn on, don't get it twisted. Turn on for me means that I get excited by your presence. It doesn't mean I want to jump your bones. I don't know why people think that sometimes. Maybe it's because I'm a very huggy, touchy-feely person. People are like, "Ooh, Shaman Durek's coming on to me." I ain't coming on to you, boo. The only person I'm coming on to is my woman. I'm just giving you love. I'm a very affectionate person. Is that what burping is too? The burping is green gas. So green gas is a type of frequency and energy that darkness uses to make you into a robot. Kind of like when I say a robot, meaning like they can manipulate your brain and your patterns of how you think to make you do things that are contrary to your best self. It's called green gas. I talk about it in my spirit hacking book. If you haven't read it, you should get it. Scorpio vibes. Ha ha ha. Yep, that's right. Scorpio house. Boom, boom, boom. Quadruple Scorpio. So yeah. So anyway, but when I sting people, I sting them with medicine. So my poison is medicine. So it's not like I sting you with medicine. But anyway, going back to what I was saying is it's not difficult to be angry. It's not difficult to hold a grudge. It's not difficult to gossip. It's not, those things are easy. That is easy. When you have a world that has so much chaos, you don't think it's easy to want to just go ahead and be negative? Of course it is. It's easy. Where you really grow and where the real challenge is to demonstrate love. When the press started attacking me all the time and saying lies about me and trying to assassinate my character and trying to find as many things as they can to get people not to like me, which is, it's not that difficult to do. If people already don't like you, all you have to do is just give them a reason not to like you, and then they don't like you. It's like, whatever, who cares? But the fact of the matter is that people nonetheless still feel the need to fall into that trap. And then this is what happened. I'm going to tell you my process I went through. Okay. So at first I started crying. Then I started getting sick. Then and then my fiance was crying, and then all these things were happening. And then I found out that my mom and my older sister also joined up with the press and told more lies about me. Everything my mom told me for years and years and years of how I'm this amazing being, amazing love, amazing light, how I'm bringing love to the planet, how she prophesied when I was a little boy, when I was a teenager, about my Martha coming into my life, and all the things that she said all of a sudden went the opposite way. And it was like, I never said those things, and I never did this and that and the other, right? But what was very fascinating about the experience was the hate and the anger and all that the press instilled in people, that it was already there, because people already have anger and frustration about what's happening in the world. And now they just have someone to direct it to. And it's me, right? I won the award, right? But what was fascinating was I was sad and I was depressed and I went through all these things. And then I went to God and I was praying to God, and God came to me and said, why are you so sad, my child? And I said, because I'm being attacked. My character is being assassinated. They're making lies about me, and I have nothing I can do to stop it. And God said, but why would you want to stop it? And I said, what do you mean? God says, don't you see the blessing that you've been given? And I had to sit for a second. So I went into meditation about it. I went deep and I started praying even deeper. And I said, what is this blessing that God is talking about? And so then all of a sudden, I saw the blessing. It hit me like a light bulb on my head. And it was all of this hate, all of these people saying nasty things. I hate you. You're ugly. You're this. I wish you and Martha weren't together. I wish you would die. I mean, the death threats, the this or that, everything all in between. The lies about me, saying that I said kids want cancer, and all the things that people made all these lies about me, things that I didn't say actually. Or that women have imprints in their vaginas, which I actually said it was an energetic imprint from when women get raped. But okay, moving forward. What I found out was this, is that I get to demonstrate love. That was the gift. I get to demonstrate love. And what better time to demonstrate love when everyone is being nasty to you, when people are being mean to you, when people are saying nasty things to you. What an amazing opportunity. And it was like, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. It was like literally, aho, ataku I say. It was like hamdulillah, hamdulillah. It was like mashallah, inshallah. It was like every single thing being said to me. Labriut. It was like every word, every language spoke to me. It was like this deep awakening that I was waiting for the longest time. And the clouds parted and the darkness stepped away. And I rose out of the darkness and I saw the light. And the light said to me, every opportunity that someone has to put you down, to call you names, to assassinate your character, to gossip about you, to make lies about you, stay in the light. Love them, for they not know what they do. Forgive them for those atrocities and things that they are creating for themselves, because they've done nothing against you. They've only done it to themselves. And that was it. And then I realized how to slay. I slay by being a being of love. I slay by accepting what people have done. I slay not through punishing them or wishing harm to them or wanting them to suffer. I slay by wanting them to awaken to who they are. And in that path of awakening who they are, they will discover what they have done. Do I speak to my mother? No, because she doesn't answer her phone. I tried calling her several times. She doesn't answer her phone. That's her choice. But what I will say is this. Just because people treat you bad or abusive doesn't mean you keep them in your life. Now, that's one thing God did say to me. God said to me, we know that you cannot have your mother close to your children, which are my bonus kids, Martha's children, because it's toxic. And I cannot have people in my life that are toxifying the people around me, because not other people may have the same tough skin that I have. So I'm not going to keep drama in my life to be a child of God, but I can still love you, but I'll love you at a distance. I'll love you at a distance. That's right. That's how it's done. No. We're not playing no games here. You see? I'm going to love you at a distance, and I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you, and I'm going to pray for you. I was in church the other day with my pastor, Reverend Michael Bethwick, and he said, anyone you want to pray for right now, pray for them. And I started praying for my older sister, and I started praying for my mother, and I started praying for all the haters and all the people, that they may see the light of their own heart to be able to love themselves, to be able to love another person. Because I'm not here to change people's minds about me. I'm not here to prove to people that I'm a good person. I'm not here to do those things. I'm here to devote my life to being happy, to finding people and experiences that make me happy. I am here to talk to other people about how they too can find what makes them happy and not give a care about what other people think, and what other people in the family may be doing to you, or what other people may laugh at you. People can laugh at you. They can call you, say you're crazy, you're a phony, you're a con man, you're crazy, you're a con woman, you're cuckoo bird, you've lost your mind. Let them say what they want to say. Let them eat that cake. Let them eat it. Don't stop them. Don't get mad at them. Don't go upset with them because they choose to laugh at you because you believe in spirit, and you believe in meditation, and you believe in chakras, and you believe in healing, and you believe in God in a different way than they do. Let them say whatever. They tell you you're going to hell. You know, when someone tells you they're going to hell, they're not serving the light to begin with. If someone has the nerve to say to you, you're going to hell, and that you're captured by the devil, you know they're not serving the light just by saying those words out of their mouth, because they're proclaiming to their own brother and sister to be condemned to die. I slay by being a being of love. I slay by accepting what people have done. I slay not through punishing them or wishing harm to them or wanting them to suffer. I slay by wanting them to awaken to who they are. And in that path of awakening who they are, they will discover what they have done. Do I speak to my mother? No, because she doesn't answer her phone. I tried calling her several times. She doesn't answer her phone. That's her choice. But what I will say is this. Just because people treat you bad or abusive doesn't mean you keep them in your life. Now, that's one thing God did say to me. God said to me, we know that you cannot have your mother close to your children, which are my bonus kids, Martha's children, because it's toxic. And I cannot have people in my life that are toxifying the people around me, because not other people may have the same tough skin that I have. So I'm not going to keep drama in my life to be a child of God, but I can still love you, but I'll love you at a distance. I'll love you at a distance. That's right. That's how it's done. No. We're not playing no games here. You see? I'm going to love you at a distance, and I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you, and I'm going to pray for you. I was in church the other day with my pastor, Reverend Michael Bethwick, and he said, anyone you want to pray for right now, pray for them. And I started praying for my older sister, and I started praying for my mother, and I started praying for all the haters and all the people that they may see the light of their own heart to be able to love themselves, to be able to love another person. Because I'm not here to change people's minds about me. I'm not here to prove to people that I'm a good person. I'm not here to do those things. I'm here to devote my life to being happy, to finding people and experiences that make me happy. I am here to talk to other people about how they too can find what makes them happy and not give a care about what other people think and what other people in the family may be doing to you, or what other people may laugh at you. People can laugh at you. They can call you, say you're crazy, you're a phony, you're a con man, you're crazy, you're a con woman, you're cuckoo bird, you've lost your mind. Let them say what they want to say. Let them eat that cake. Let them eat it. Don't stop them. Don't get mad at them. Don't go upset with them because they choose to laugh at you because you believe in spirit and you believe in meditation and you believe in chakras and you believe in healing and you believe in God in a different way than they do. Let them say whatever. They tell you you're going to hell. You know, when someone tells you they're going to hell, they're not serving the light to begin with. If someone has the nerve to say to you, you're going to hell, and that you're captured by the devil, you know they're not serving the light just by saying those words out of their mouth, because they're proclaiming to their own brother and sister to be condemned to darkness. That's not coming from God. So you already know. You don't have to be upset about it. You already know what they're doing. You already know how they're acting. You understand? You don't have to fight with people. You don't have to bicker with people. You don't have to go into, you hurt me. No one can hurt you. Only you hurt you by taking in the energy and believing that it has to do with you. It doesn't have to do with you. It has to do with them. Your stepdad says that what you do is demonic. That is his perception. It has nothing to do with you. Thank you for sharing, but no thanks. Don't get it. Let's get out of the spiritual closet and let's shine our light bright like the beautiful star beings we are. Shine bright all day, all night. Nobody can take that away from you. Only you can take that away from you. Only you can take that away from you. Shamans, we don't believe in demons. We believe in spirits that have lost their way, spirits who are tormented, who want to torment you because that's all they know. We don't believe in demons, but that's okay. And some people can say, I'm crazy for not believing in demons. Okay, that's fine. Believe what you want. You see? Because I really want our tribe to recognize how powerful you really are when you stop making it about you. When someone says, Shaman Durek, you're a con man, I'm like, okay, so that's what you believe. I'm not here to change your belief. I don't have anything to prove to you. You've already proved it to yourself. So continue believing what you want to believe. But I know who I am. God knows who I am. The angels know who I am. The trees know who I am. The flowers know who I am. And a boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. I know who I am. That I know who I am. That 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 they know who I am. And the people know I am who know the light. Who know the light. Who know who I am. Who knows the light. So there. I don't care. I'm not going to upset my internal self because you are choosing to upset your internal self. Please. No, 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 cha-cha. No, no, no. No, 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 cha-cha. Ashe. Ashe. Amala ashe. Amala ashe. Why? Let me ask you this. Oops. Let me pick that up. That fell down. Why in life are you going to upset yourself because of what other people think? How other people act? I have a friend, she gets so upset by what people's choices they make. I said, let me tell you something. You mean to tell me that you're upset because other people are making choices contrary to your own? Who cares? Let them make their choices. You ever heard that song? Let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Whispering words of wisdom, let it be. And some people can say, oh, Shaman Durek, that's spiritual bypassing. Well, if you think I'm a spiritual bypassing by letting it be, then let it be. You think whatever you want to think, boo-boo. Think whatever you want to think. I am not here to change your thinking. If you think I'm spiritual bypassing because I choose to let people play out their karma, play out their dramas, and I choose not to attend or get involved in it, and I get to choose to what makes me happy on planet Earth, and I choose to step into my what I call the path of awe. I live my awe experience every single day. Ah, 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 ah. My fiance calls me, we go, ah. My kids call me, we go, ah. We go have fun together, it's an ah. I see my friends, it's an ah. I go have dinner, it's an ah, 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 ah. I have no time to be dealing. There was a time in my life when I lived in Israel and I was dealing with 2 wars that I lived in, 2 wars. Crazy, by the way, experience. If you've ever had an experience of bombs going off and people being blown up at different cafes and buses all the time, and you're having to witness that and see tanks coming down the street and whatnot. I've had my fill of war. I've had my fill. I spent time in Gaza Strip watching how the Israelis were treating the Palestinians. I had my fill of that as well. I'm not here to say one is right over the other. I am here to say, why are we not choosing love? I don't care. To me, if you're at right or if you're at right, to me, war is war, fighting is fighting. So if you're arguing and the other person's arguing, I'm not choosing sides of who's making the right or point. You both are arguing, so you're both wrong. Period. Facts. Now, when I lived in Turkey, I lived in the time when Erdogan was creating coups and all kinds of people and tanks going down the street and rockets flying over my building and my chandelier shaking and people running down the street in fear. I've had my fill of war zones. I've experienced ISIS. I've had my fill of those things. I happen to live in countries that I happen to be in war every time I was there. And I stayed there. I didn't run back to America. I stayed there with the people and supported the people in Israel, in Turkey, in Palestine, in Egypt. I've been there. I'm not here to play that game of what's right, what's wrong. Everyone fighting, you're all wrong. Everyone who is being brainwashed and hating each other, you're all wrong. Sorry, you're not aligning with God yet. You're not with spirit. You're not with the divine. I know my Orisha, Shango, and Yamaya tell me, Elegua tells me, Obatala tells me, they tell me, no, don't put your energy there. No, don't step into that. Ashe, don't go there, son. No, you're not heading over there. You're not doing that anymore. That's how I lost my kidney the first time and the second time, putting my energy into the deep, deep darkness of human depravity that human beings want to play out on planet Earth. If you want to play out war on planet Earth and you want to participate in who's right and who's wrong, and you want to call that energy in, you call it right on in. That's your choice. But for me, I'm here for my awe experience. People say, what is your spirituality? Yes, I'm a shaman. So let's get clear. Yes, I do believe in Jesus. Let's get clear. Do I believe in everything in the Bible? Absolutely not. Anything that is not joyful and represents the kingdom of heaven, to me, it's a joke. Do I believe in things in the Quran? Absolutely. Do I believe in Muhammad and Ali and Fatima? Absolutely. Do I believe in anything that goes against the kingdom of God? Absolutely not. That stuff just doesn't have no place for me. Do I believe in Buddhism? Yes, I do. Do I believe that when you don't chant, that something's wrong with you? No, I don't. Do I believe in do I believe in paganism? Yes, I do. Do I believe that you have to hurt another person to get ahead? No, I don't. Do I believe in voodoo? Yes, I do. Do I believe you use left-handed voodoo to get what you want and hurt other people? No, I don't. Do I believe you can use it to help people? Yes, I do. So again, let's get clear, because am I a shaman? Yes, I am. But do I still go to church? Yes, I do. But do I go to a church that represents all things as love? Yes, I do. Do I believe in Reverend Beswick as a as a channel for God's love and its almighty love? You bet I do. Do I believe that we all have the ability to channel love? Yes, I do. So if you want to know fun facts about me, let's get clear. Do I believe in the idea that people are being brainwashed in this world? Yes, I do. Do I accept that brainwash? No, I don't. Do I participate in it? Absolutely not. When people come to me with their sad, boring, pity party stories, do I buy into it? Absolutely not. Do I tell them the truth of who they are? Absolutely, I do. And do I remind them how powerful they are? You bet I do. Do I play games in people's dramas? Absolutely not. Do I create drama? No. But am I drama? Yes, I am. Am I a diva? Oh, you bet I am. Am I powerful? Yes, I am. And is there a woman in me? Oh, you bet there is. Is there a man in me? Oh, yes, there is. Is there other beings in me? You better believe there is. And do I spend my time living every single day to see people realize the potential of their being? Yes, I do. Do I eat, sleep, and breathe potential for humanity? Yes, I do. And do I ever stop doing it? No, I don't. And do I believe in hierarchy? Do I believe that I'm better than you? Absolutely not. Do I believe that the Dalai Lama or Sai Baba or anybody is better than you? Absolutely not. Do I believe that spiritual people who've gone to India and taken ayahuasca are better than you or better than someone who's never done it? No, I do not. Do I believe that we're in this thing together? Yes, I do. And do I believe in you? You bet I do. And do I know what power you have? Oh, I see it very clearly. And do I talk to your spirits and see the spirits that are around you? Yes, I do. Do I have psychic abilities? Yes, I do. I have intuition? Yes, I do. Do I have a bag that is so full of so many spiritual ancient knowledges and information that I could share with you? Yes, I do. Do I share it with everyone immediately? No, I don't. Do I give it to people when it's necessary? Yes, I do. Do I surround myself with people like Afimay, who's on here? Yes, I do. Do I surround myself with people in my life who are spiritual? Yes, I do. Do I have friends that come over and we do prayer walks? Yes, I do. Do I meditate throughout the day? Yes, I do. Is my family all have abilities and powers? Yes, we do. Do I have unconditional love for humanity? You bet I do. Do I believe that this world is getting darker and darker? No, I don't. No, I don't. Do I think the light is growing faster and faster every day? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do I welcome the darkness with open arms? You bet I do. Will I go down to the deepest part of the dark realm in the underworld to bring a soul to the light? Yes, I do. Will I be the last man holding the door open to God's kingdom for those to pass to the higher dimensions? You bet I will. I will not leave one soul behind. Not one. Not one. And I don't care how many bodies I have to inhabit to make sure that that happens. I will not leave one soul behind. Not one. That's what it means to be a light ambassador. Let's get Afimay on here. And you want to level up? You know what to do. I'm not going to bring it up anymore. You make a choice. All my webinars are fire.
Hello there, brother.
Hello.
Much love, much love. How are you doing?
I'm so wonderful. Always looking for
Awesome. Always speaking truth, always speaking truth. You see it every day. We see it every day with people that we encounter. And it's a problem for a lot of people when we don't participate in their stories. And people come, and I am convinced that there's so many people that believe that spirit works for them. And it's like a hiring employee play. A spirit is here to satisfy. No, no, no. Spirit here is to look out for you, to protect you, to guide you to your ascension, to allow you, to support you in meeting your higher self, to releasing all lower energy, ego-centric vibration that is on below. Because the ego is not bad either. People also portray the ego as being bad. No, An unevolved ego is the one that we need to train, to bring balance into. But the ego is not bad when it's heightened, when it's enlightened, for lack of better words. So people come with their stories to readings, to rituals, to ceremonies, to circles, to drum circles, to wanting to have spirit, Oricha, divine source, Mother Earth comply with their commands. It doesn't work like that. And for us to convince, and for us humans to convince ourselves that spirit works for us, no, they don't. They're here to check you. They're here to clarify things for you. They hear you to remind you of the fact that you already have the tools that you need, that you think you need to go out seeking elsewhere. They're just here to remind you of what your incarnate spirits already know. We already came here with a particular, black, as we in Cuba say, we already came to this world, into this earth, with a book under our arm. And that dictates, which to a lot of people would be the Akashic records, right? It has everything in there, what we're supposed to do. We come in with an entrance date. We come already with an exit date already marked. So what we're supposed to do is already there in front of our eyes. But our unevolved emotions are set in our ways, our unevolved ego, our unevolved shadow energy, all that keeps us in this tug of war. I've had a lot of DMs of people, well, why are you not talking about this on war, and why are you talking about that war? I'm like, why are you also so concerned about me speaking about all these wars, of when there's been wars since the beginning of time? There's been wars. There have been wars since before you were born. Are you concerned about those too? And this is not to say that I don't empathize and sympathize with the losses going on, but I'm not going to entertain, which is what I believe you were saying, because I just came in 5 minutes ago. I'm not going to entertain a story, because when you are a participant of a story, then you are as guilty, because you want someone to pick sides, and it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So therefore, that this is just when your mind is still a victim of the matrix, when your mind is still victim of the manipulation, when the mind is still a victim of what has been fed into you, when your mind is still under the control of unevolved spirits, energies, and vibration, right? Because just as there are spirits of light and ascension, there are spirits of lower energy that wants to carry out someone else's agenda as well. So people are caught in the middle of that. So when you pick sides, it means, to me, in my personal opinion, my walk of life, in the last 35 years, it's like, when you pick sides, you're not in spirit, you're not on spirit side. You're not on spirit side. When you have to pick a side, or when you feel like you have to pick a side, you're not on spirit's side. Okay. You're not vibrating with your highest self. Well, how can you say that? That is inhumane. How can you witness this? I am witnessing what God already knew was going to happen before you and I ever got exposed to it. So therefore, all I can do is send light, send healing, send prayer, send elevation. All I can do for world peace, for world. But I'm not going to pick, a particular, agenda, because then that is me participating in
The microphone. Are you covering the microphone?
yeah.
There
I'm
we
not
go.
going to participate in an agenda, because then that's just me playing another role in this human matrix that people once that are caught up, and too many people are caught up in that. Too many people are caught up in that. So therefore, you would want to learn how to vibe with spirit. Spirit does not pick sides. Spirit, everyone came into this universe with a particular karmic experience to fulfill. And unfortunately, there are a lot of sad things that us humans have to be exposed to, witness, but all we can do is send God's energy there, send energies of light there, send energies of healing there. I heard you say you've been in war. I've been in different kinds of wars, but it teaches us to vibe. Either you can only vibe from the human side, or you vibe from the spiritual side. And the definition of what has been fed to us as to what God is, God does not participate in these agendas. So when you want to call God and that's what people do, even in their personal life. Well, God has to send him to jail because God does not participate in your agenda. Okay. If that person or whoever he or she is has to find themselves behind bars and cells, that's already in their karmic agenda already. That's in their karmic experience that God already has already written that down in their book. That's in their Akashic records already written. Okay. But we can't control, things to the way that it's manipulation. And people are manipulative, but they don't want to admit it. No, and admit it. They don't want it.
Exactly. I always find it very fascinating how people have these really very interesting ideas about God creation and what it's supposed to do and how it's supposed to act, how spirit's supposed to be. Even just the other day, I was with a friend and we were walking by trees and stuff like that. And he went over to the tree and I said, "Did you ask the trees if they want to be bothered today?" He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Just you think you're the dominant sentient form on the planet? Do you not realize that every sentient being has a right and honor to being acknowledged for their energetic space and energetic beingness?"
That's right.
And he goes, "Oh my God, I never thought about that." I said, "Yeah, because in our culture, in African culture, and especially in Yoruban culture, we don't just go to the river to go to the river.
No,
We ask the river permission. Would you like to be disturbed today?"
exactly.
Because there is a reverence that we have to have. And I'm not participating in, if human beings want to play out their drama on earth, which I've seen in many bodies that I've been in, many lifetimes that I've lived on this planet. I've seen
Yeah.
people play out their dramas and I've been a part of them as well in some of those
hmm
lifetimes. I
hmm
realize it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
It is not necessary for me to participate in that energy, to give my life force to that. I choose to give my life force to bringing more joy, more awe, more elation, more bliss, more celebration
Yeah.
of spirit on this planet. And if people come to me with their sad, joldry stories, it's only going to last for a short time because I don't have time to listen to people's pity party. I'm going to get right back to the truth and be like, what did you say? You say you're running out of money? No, money is abundant and prosperous with you. It's just that you don't believe God to supply that for you,
Yeah.
because that's your issue. Is a lot of time, I find very fun, brother, is the lack of loyalty people have towards God spirit.
All the
Because
time.
the loyalty is, they'll say they'll do manifestation rituals, they'll do prayer ceremonies, they'll do all of these different things, and then their brain goes, is it going to really happen? Am I going to be taken care of? Am I going to be okay?
Then
They
it's
have
that manifestation.
that God and spirit is full on 100% on ready for
Mhm.
them. Where they get right is with their relationship with
That's
spirit,
right. That's
with
right.
God.
That's right. Then it's not true manifestation because we cannot reduce manifestation to just journaling and vision board and prayer, meditation and holding crystals. Manifestation also requires trust. And if you don't have trust, and that is what a lot of people refer to as blind trust, if you don't have blind trust in the fact that you and I are a part of a universe that already has everything that we need. Well, shit. If science, even science and spirituality, both teaches us that everything that's in the universe is inside of us, gold, the metals, all the elements, we have it all inside of us. So that makes us one with the universe. But our mind, our brain, especially in Western society and in this world and indoctrination, has trained us, has conditioned us to separate ourselves from God. Like God is something aside, separate from us here. That's why if a person doesn't go to church, they don't feel close to God. Well, if you have to go to church to feel close to God, then you don't know that God lives already in you. Okay. So therefore, if you continue to have a conditional relationship with God outside of your own physical self, outside of your own human self, outside of your own spiritual self, then God cannot vibe with you on that level like that. It cannot. So when people bring when we have this understanding, we have accepted it within, and people come with their stories, and you don't hold that scene for them, then you are insensitive, you are not conscious, you are not connected, you're not. No, I'm just not letting you continue to feed that spirit because it is a spirit. This need for pity is a spirit of low vibration. That need for people to understand your pity is a lower level energy and vibration. People don't look at it like that. People just want to label, oh, it's you're just being insensitive. No, I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying to support you in knowing that, wait a minute, the same way I woke up today wanting to make a choice that I'm poor, I'm this, poor me, my life sucks. I can also make a choice to know something else better is for me. I have the power. I may not be seeing it now, but it's already in me. Let me hone on that. Let me push on that. Let me bring that in. But as long as you're repeating this other record over here, it's not going to happen. It's not going
I
to
find
happen.
fascinating that the idea that people speak into existence and believe, and so it's like the whole idea. It's like, even like getting upset, right? Someone can get upset and say, I hate life, or they could be like, use the same anger that they have when they get upset and be
Mhm.
like, I love how constantly I'm constantly being taken care of, and money's constantly showing up for me because spirit loves me. Like, they could take the same anger, the same frustration, but just change the
Yes.
words. They, instead of them saying, I don't have enough, they could say out of their mouth, I love how much I have and so much more is coming. Just the words alone are activating codes in the universal energy field that are rippling across the whole entire universe, that
Yes.
bringing in that
Yes.
you
Yes.
for.
Yes. And and in addition to that, boils down to the fact that humans don't know their power. They don't know their power. For example, very little example, quite quickly. If my fellow Cubans, people from my country, the country I was born in, if they knew the power they
Oh,
had, if they would just have to know that they have to stop participating in the human agenda and start participating in the spirit agenda, which means you have to stop being part of the agenda that has been forced down to you.
mhm,
Just stop and don't do anything. Just stop and do nothing and let God handle it.
mhm,
But you are vibing in fear, then you are under the control of that low vibration that makes you want
mhm,
fear, that one makes you want to feel that you're not going to have enough, and you're going to die, and you're going to this and you're going to that. Listen, we die every day.
mhm.
Speaking, we die every day. Each day,
All the time, every time,
all day long,
all day long.
each day, every day. We can't go back to yesterday, so we're dying every day, technically
Mhm,
speaking. So therefore, the idea is, how do you want? This is what I teach my clients and my godchildren. How do you want your spirit to be remembered? How What kind of spirit vibration do you want to be when you leave your physical body? Are you going to be one that's left in limbo because you did not learn the lessons that you were supposed to learn? Are you going to be in that limbic state? And then now you need elevation, and now you need to be taken into the light, and now you need to, or are you going to accept and embrace the fact that what you already want already is, what you already need, it's already there, and it's a need of finding that inner balance within you, in knowing, in trusting what you can see, blind trust, trusting what you can see. Why is it that many ceremonies in a lot of different religious spiritual practices, I don't like to use the word religion because it's man-made, but in various spiritual practices in the world, why is it that oftentimes we go in either blindfolded, or we're told to close our eyes? It ain't about the secrecy, it's about trust. I have to trust that which I can't see is serving a greater purpose within me right now. Because if I keep my eyes open, I keep my active human brain that's already come with an old agenda, with an old story, with an old conditioning, and I don't let the spiritual energy really take place within me, the spiritual change, the spiritual activation. So that's why we have to close, even when we meditate. Sometimes we don't have to, but sometimes that's why we close our eyes, so that we're not being entertained by what we think we see, what we think we hear, what we think we want, but we go within
yeah,
so that we can actually really see.
Ashe.
It,
Uh,
people are just conveniently and by choice, they're lost. Conveniently and by choice, because it is a choice.
yes,
It is a
yes.
choice. You want to stay lost, and stay lost.
It is a choice. And it's a choice. And that's why I was saying earlier that it's so easy to be angry. It's so easy to be nasty. It's so easy to curse someone out. It's so easy to gossip. It's so easy to do these things when the reflection of the world that you see has so much chaos. It's so easy to choose dark. But where you really get up, and where you really get to level up, is when you choose love, when you choose joy, when you choose energies that are contrary to that which is already being seen. And I think that, and I want to go on this, I know because I have to leave now soon, but
Yeah,
I
me
also
too.
make sure that everyone here, and I say this to everyone who is listening right now, if you are not following my brother Afimayi, I think you need to do a head check. So please follow my brother Afimay. And if you are following him right now, because I've asked you to follow him, just put yes on your screen. Yes, you are following him. Yes, you are getting his wisdom as well and his information that is coming directly from source, directly from spirits, directly from the Orishas, directly from our ancestors. So are you following him? If so, hit yes on your screen. Yes, you are following him because you need to be following my brother. If you're following me, and you're getting love and care and nurturing and wisdom from me, you should be following my brother. So are you following him? If that's a yes, put a yes. Give me some yeses. Do I got a yes that you're following my brother Afimay? Are you following my brother Afi? Are you following him? Is that a yes?
Okay.
That's a yes. Is that a yes? Are you following my brother? Yes. Good. Is that a yes? Already followed. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Thank you, dear.
Yes, because the thing is, and you have to understand that people of color, we have to support people of color because what's happened in our world is that Hollywood and the industry has made it seem that our knowledge that comes from Africa, from Cuba, from the Dominican, from Brazil, from all of these places
Okay.
are information that's dark and scary, and they make us look like we're evil, we're bringing evil energy to the planet. We have the deep rooted knowledge because our people had the deep rooted knowledge that spread out across the world during the time of Pangea. So remember, anytime you get a chance to follow a person of color, you have to follow them because they have deep rooted wisdom. And that's why I'm asking you to follow my brother here because he has knowledge and wisdom. I know because I go to him for my spiritual uplifting. He comes to me to give me information and so forth to support me. We support each other. So,
Okay.
are you following? Yes, that's right, from Haiti. Are you following? Are you following other people of color, people who have a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share with you that come from deep, deep knowledge, rooted knowledge? That's it. Yes. Thank you. I'm glad you're following. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for your love and blessings.
Thank you. Thank you, tribe.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ashe. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm all about supporting my brothers and sisters. I'm all about supporting them. I know we have amazing people out there like Gabrielle Bernstein and Dr. What's his name? The one who does all the science stuff. I can't remember his name. All these different people who are out there, but we need more people of color sharing their knowledge and wisdom.
For sure.
Okay. I've had enough of people taking over all of the places where people of color's wisdom comes from, and Joe Dispenza, that's right, and not listening to the knowledge that comes from the rooted people who where those things come from. It's time. It's time. I love you all. It's time.
Shay.
It's time.
Okay.
Okay. So that being said, I love you so much. And go though. So I have to make some last little announcements and then I have to go
Okay.
because I get into studio. They're
Right
expecting,
for you.
but I'm so grateful for your wisdom and I'm so honored to always have you on this planet and when you're in my life and in my family's life. And I'm so grateful.
Same here, my friend. Punjango, much love to you and the tribe. Over and out.
I love you. And if you didn't get a power charge from that brother, and I need you to look at why. Because that is what I talk about is getting a level up. Okay? A level up. So we're talking about people are asking me, am I going to be taking people up today for healing? I don't have time for that right now because I needed to drop these messages on you. But what I will do, I'm going to say this to you. you. I will do it tomorrow. I promise you. I'll come on tomorrow and do personal healings tomorrow with people. Okay? So that you know I will come on tomorrow. So just look out for me tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time yet because I have to check my schedule because I have really busy days, but I will come on tomorrow. Happy busy days. Remember that. Busy days means happy days, right? Okay? And I love you all so much. I love you. I love you. And I will keep loving you. And I would like for you to continue to expand your heart and love others, even people who wish you harm. Love them, but don't put up with their nonsense. You have nothing to prove to them. Remember what we talked about. Let people say whatever they want to say about you. Don't hide in the spiritual closet because you're afraid of people making fun of you. Let them make fun of you. It's a part of their transformation, it's a part of what they're here on earth to do. Let them do it. And remember, every time darkness rears its head at you or comes out through someone gossiping, talking about you, or lying about you, or whatever it may be, or family members saying some nasty things to you, or whatever it may, a friend, person, or whatever, demonstrate love. Demonstrate love. You're going to feel so powerful. You're going to realize that you're untouchable, that nothing they say, you don't take it on. It has nothing to do with you. If you can remember, this has nothing to do with me, you're going to be golden. Okay? I love you, darling.